This is Newcap News with Gina Martin.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. Cold Lake RCMP is asking for the public's help in locating a man who went missing early this morning from a residence in that city. Fred Marshall House is 36 years old and was last seen near 50th Street and 59th Avenue in Cold Lake. He is Aboriginal with black hair and brown eyes, is 6'2" in height, weighs 210 pounds and has a goatee. He was last seen wearing a gray sweater, black pants and black shoes. If you have any information on House's whereabouts, please contact the Cold Lake RCMP. The annual Poppy Drive for Branch 39 of the Royal Canadian Legion began yesterday with the Royal Air Cadets helping with distribution. It's a fruitful partnership for both sides that's bridged generations for several decades. Josh Ryan has more.
Remembrance Day is less than 2 weeks away, which had the Royal Air Cadets kickstarting the Lloydminster Legion's annual Poppy Drive.
I've been here 48 years, and I was in cadets before I was in militia and then before I joined the Legion, so yeah, no, they've always been involved in it. So
the cadets were out at 10 locations throughout the city, helping to distribute poppies for donation.
They go and the community can see them, right? And it helps us with our fundraising and our activities as well.
You know, it's a little easier to, buy a poppy from a cadet or something than just throwing your money in a box, right?
Easier and important with the theft issues that have occurred in previous years.
We lose a box or two every year for sure. It's just a tough economy out there, so it's too bad that people stoop that low, but you hope they wouldn't.
While efforts have been made to reduce that chance of theft, drives from groups like the cadets will continue to help promote Remembrance Day and help raise money that stays within the community.
It goes back to the senior homes and to veterans care and wheelchairs and scooters and all that kind of stuff, right, for veterans or their wives.
It doesn't matter what you donate, as long as you donate is appreciated.
Despite economic downturn, last year's donations were on par with previous totals. And while it's too early to tell, Sergeant-at-Arms Mallet expects that to continue. Josh Ryan, Newcap News.
Imagine taking a passion and turning it into a money-making idea. That is what one Border City sports fan did, making highlight videos that have garnered him attention from the community. Moses Woldu reports.
It's another night where fans head down to the Civic Center to catch the Bobcats.
Thank you, enjoy the game.
But unlike many fans, this one in particular has a specific job. Meet Mark Lizotte.
I was recording some games for some friends and family, really grassroots, and so last year I started doing some stuff for the Bobcats.
Just last year, Mark started up Bobcats Replay, posting highlights from the game on Twitter.
All the goals, the fights, the hits, and yeah, got some really good positive feedback, so I kept doing it.
So at every home game, Mark comes prepared with the essentials.
So far I'm using, my phone and my backup phone to take these shots, because that's the only thing that I've noticed that you can upload to Twitter and Facebook instantly. I'll only be able to post a clip at the end of the period. I always want to be on the offensive side, on the offensive zone. So I want to get multiple shots. So I'll be at one corner here, down at that corner behind the net. Yeah, and I basically start recording as soon as they enter the offensive zone. Always trying to get different shots. It just keeps the tempo up. From the goal to post it on Twitter, probably takes maybe 2 minutes. It can be nerve-wracking because you're trying to post it to Twitter, but there's a game going on, so they don't exactly stop.
His replays have also been a help to the guys in the booth.
It's incredible to have an asset like that for the fan base in Lloyd, and even for us in the booth here as we're calling the game in, game out. We go onto that Bobcats replay ourselves to recap what's happened. When something happens so fast, you don't catch it necessarily with your eyes all the time. Things he does with a cell phone, I can't take a still picture and keep it square. And he follows the play so perfectly. It's wonderful.
Even the players would ask for the highlights as well.
They'll message me and ask me for a copy, or to send to friends and family. So it's been rewarding that way for sure.
His idea is now garnering sponsorship as well as attention from other minor sports teams in the city.
We have the midget AAA Steelers, the Rohan Rage, and the Junior A, and a couple more teams have shown interest, so it's been really, really good that way.
Which means added help from time to time, but in the end,
it's rewarding.
Moses Wildu, Newcap Sports.